Good morning, custodians. So today we have to discuss some numericals based on the topic, which is triangle law of vector addition and parallelogram law of vector addition, and these topics are from chapter number 4, which is motion in a plane. Okay, so first of all, let us discuss the formulas which we have derived from the two law, which are triangle law of vector addition and parallelogram law of vector addition. What we have derived from that, the very first thing was derived was the resultant. Okay, we find the resultant of two vectors, that is vector a and vector b. Okay, see, if we are given two vectors, see, one is vector a and the other one is vector b. Okay, we are given two vectors and these vectors are represented as the two sides of a triangle. Okay, so how we can find the resultant? The resultant can be found out by the third side taken in the opposite order. This is the statement of the triangle of vector addition. Okay, so the resultant in this case will be r. Okay, so this was about triangle of vector addition. But what does the parallelogram law of vector addition says? That if two sides are represented as the adjacent sides of a parallelogram. Okay, so let us see the two sides of the adjacent parallelogram. See, this is vector a and this is vector b. See, this is vector a and this is vector b. These are two sides of the two adjacent sides of the parallelogram. Okay, so let us see the complete parallelogram. It will be like this will be the complete parallelogram. Okay, so now how will find the resultant of these two sides? Okay, it can be found out by the third side, that is the diagonal. The diagonal of this parallelogram will represent the resultant of these two sides, or we can say these two vectors. The resultant of these two vectors will be represented by the by the diagonal. Okay, diagonal of the parallelogram. So this is the triangle law and this is the parallelogram that we have also discussed in the previous videos. Okay, now see the resultant, this value of resultant and this value of resultant. How do we get the value of resultant? Resultant is vector a plus vector b. Okay, resultant is vector a plus b. And how we can find the you can say the magnitude of resultant vector r? How we can find? We can find it by a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Okay, and what is a and b? You already know that is that this is vector a and b. Okay, the magnitude of vector a is a and magnitude of vector b is b. Okay, and what is this r? R is the resultant. It is the resultant vector. Okay, so this is how we will find the resultant or the magnitude of the resultant vector. And how we will find the, you can say, the angle that this resultant is making with the vector a? This angle, let us consider this angle is beta, and in this case also we have considered this angle. This angle, you can say, the resultant that resultant makes the angle that resultant makes with the, you can say, with one of the vector is beta. Okay, so how do we find this angle beta? How do we find this? We have found the formula for this as b sine theta divided by a plus b cos theta. Okay, we have already derived these two formulas. Okay, so you can go and check if you want to study, if you want the derivation, complete derivation. Okay, and if see these two vectors we had to add, so how we could simply add. Okay, now we want to subtract the vector b from vector a. How we can find the resultant of vector a minus vector b? How we can find that? We will simply put the value of vector b. Here we have added, so we have taken the value of b in the same direction. That means we have taken here addition sign, but here we are taking the negative sign. Okay, so now how we can proceed for that? Now we will simply put, here we have taken plus b, here we will be taking minus b. Okay, so what the formula becomes? Formula becomes a square plus b square minus 2ab cos theta. Okay, and the same way we can find the value of tan beta also. How we can find that? B sine theta divided by a minus b cos theta. Okay, understood? Now let us take some of the numericals based on this formula. See the first question, what is it saying? That we are having, see, two equal forces have their resultant equal to either. What does this line mean? It means that there are two equal forces. Let us consider F1. First force is F1. Let us consider it as F. Okay, and the second force is also in the picture, and second force is also equal to F, because both the forces are equal. F1 is equals to F, so we can take F to both the forces. Okay, now what is this line saying? That two equal forces, they have the resultant equal to either, means their resultant जो इन दोनों फोर्सेस का रिजल्टेंट होगा दैट इज इक्वल टू इधर, मतलब क्या, रिजल्टेंट इज इक्वल्स टू एफ, और वी कैन से इट इज इक्वल्स टू F1 और इक्वल्स टू F2. ठीक है, दोनों जो F1 होगा दैट इज इक्वल टू रिजल्टेंट, F2 इज ऑल्सो इक्वल टू रिजल्टेंट. वाई? बिकॉज F1 एंड F2 दे आर इक्वल. ओके, सो व्हाट वी हैव टू फाइंड, वी हैव टू फाइंड द एंगल एट विच दीज आर इंक्लाइंड. Okay, the angle of inclination, that means we have to find the we can say the beta or we can say the theta. Okay, the angle at which these are inclined, these two vectors are inclined. Okay, so what is the formula for resultant? We already know resultant is a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. We already know the formula. Okay, so what is a b here? A is, we can say F1 is A, F2 is B. Okay, and R is, what is R? We have already found R is F. So let us put the values. R is equals to F, A is F square plus F square plus 2, this is F and this is F, so we will be putting F square cos theta. We have to find this cos theta, that is theta, the value of theta we have to find. After simplifying, what do we get? We can take F square common from all the things, and after taking F square common, what do we get? F square bracket 1 plus 1 plus 2 cos theta. Okay, this is what we have found, we have got after solving. So F square, this is F square, so we can take it outside the under root and we get F, and inside what do we get? 2 plus 2 cos theta. Okay, so this is what we have got now. Now we will be, see on the left hand side we are having F. Okay, so this F and F gets cancelled. What do we get? 1 is equals to 2 bracket 1 plus cos theta. Okay, and this is whole under root. Okay, so we can take it like this. Now we will square both the sides. After squaring both the sides, what we get? We get 1 here, and here what do we get? We get 2 bracket 1 plus cos theta. Okay, and 1 if we take here in the, you can say left hand side, what do we get? We get 1 by 2 is equals to 1 plus cos theta. Okay, and 1 if we take here, what do we get? We get minus 1 by 2. Okay, if we take this 1 this side, what do we get? Cos theta is equals to minus 1 by 2. Okay, now here from here you can easily find the value of theta. Okay, what does the value of theta comes? Theta comes equals to 120 degree. Okay, I believe you can find the value of theta from this equation. Okay, so now let us move to the second question. What is the second question? See, we are having a motor boat. It is racing towards north at the speed of towards north it is racing, and what is the speed? It is, the speed is the speed of A is 25 kilometers per hour. Okay, and towards north it is racing. So let us draw the directions first. This is north. Okay, this direction is south, this is east, and this is west. Okay, so towards north it is racing, so this is the direction of vector A. Okay, let us consider this point P. Okay, this point is P. Now the water current in that region is 10 km per hour. Okay, so now let us take this water currents, let us take them as B, and what is their what is the speed at which water currents are moving? It is 10 km per hour. Okay, if we take and what is the direction of these water currents? It is in the direction of 60 degree east of south. Okay, east of, what is this direction? East of south. South, it is, this direction is given with respect to the, you can see this motor boat. Okay, so this from with respect to this it will be given the direction. So east of south is this, and the angle is given is 60 degree. Okay, so this is given. Now what is this? How much is this? You already know. We have considered this vector as B, and this is 60 degree, and what we have to find the resultant velocity of the boat. Okay, resultant velocity of the boat we have to find. How we can find resultant? You already know. R is equals to under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Okay, theta is also given to us, A and B are also given to us. Okay, if we substitute all the values of A, B and theta, what do we get? Cos cos 60 you already know is half. Okay, after putting all this value, what do you get resultant? The value of resultant comes out to be 21.8 kilometer per hour. Okay, you can easily solve after putting a and b and theta values in this. Okay, so now what next we have to find? We have to find resultant velocity of the boat we have found. Now let us try to find out the angle. Okay, the angle at which these vectors are inclined. We want to find this angle. See, if we are given this angle, the theta that we take is the angle between the two vectors, and we are given the angle with respect to this. Okay, we have to take this angle as this theta. We will be taking this angle as 120 degree. Okay, so here in cos theta we will be putting value 120 degree. And what is cos 120 degree? As we have earlier seen, that is 1 minus 1 by 2. Okay, after putting all this value you will easily find this. And now let us try to find out the tan beta, that is the angle which this resultant makes with the, see, this will be the resultant. Okay, this will be the resultant of these two vectors. Now the angle that this resultant makes with the vector, how we will find that? We will find that we already know the formula, b sin theta divided by a plus b cos theta. Okay, we already know this formula, we already know the value of theta. Okay, a and b we already know, so we will be putting simple the values. 10 sin theta is 120 degree, and a, what is a, 25 plus 10 cos 120 degree. Cos 120 we already know. Okay, sin 120 we can easily find out. Okay, I believe there is no problem in finding the sin theta and cos theta. And what you will get, after simplifying this much, you will get 0.433. Okay, now how will you find the value of tan beta from here? See what you can do. Tan beta is equals to this value. What इस value के लिए tan की क्या value होगी? For this value the tan will be equal to 23.4 degree. Okay, so on both the sides you see 10 and 10 gets cancelled. What do we get now? We get the value of beta is equals to 23.4 degrees. Okay, so this is the angle at which this resultant vector will be inclined. Okay, now let us take one next question, that is two forces whose magnitude are in ratio. Okay, we are given two forces and their magnitude is given in the ratio 3:5. Okay, and they give a resultant of 28 Newton. Resultant is given to us is 28 Newton, and the angle of inclination is, that is the angle theta, given to us is 60 degree. And what we have to find? We have to find the magnitude of each force. So how we can proceed? First of all, we already know how we find the resultant. R is equals to under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Okay, so from here we first of all we need to find the value of vector a and b, and vector a and b are given in the ratio, and the ratio is 3:5. So what we can consider, the value of a is to b is given to us as 3:5. Okay, so now we can consider this value as, let us consider vector a is given to us as 3x. Okay, and the same way vector b is given to us as 5x. Okay, ratio, you already know ratio means there is some multiple factor here and which is common to both. So we can consider vector a as 3x and vector b as 5x. Okay, now let us put the value of vector a, b and the theta in this, and the resultant also in this equation. What do we get? The resultant is 28 Newton. Vector a is 3x square plus 5x square plus 2, a is 3x and b is 5x. Cos 60 degree you already know is half. Okay, and after solving this, what do we get? 9x square plus 25x square plus 30x square, and it is half. After solving, what do we get? Let us solve a little bit more. What we will get here, we will be getting 15. So 15 and 25 is 40, and 40 plus 9, it is 49x square. Okay, so this is what we have got, and on this side we are having 28, that is 28 Newton, but let us consider 28. So what we will get? We will get 7x. Okay, what will be how we can 7 4 ja 7 times 4 is 28, so we will be getting x, what we have got now, x is equals to 4. We have got x 4. We have to find the value of a and b. A is 3x, so let us multiply 3 into x, it is 4. What we have got the value of a now, vector a is 12 Newton and vector b is 5 into 4, that is 20 Newton. Okay, so now the value of vector a and b we have found, that is what we had to find. The value of a has came out to be 12 Newton and the value of b is 20 Newton. Okay, this is what we had to find. Understood? These are the two vectors. Okay, that's all for today. We will be discussing the next topics as well as the numericals in the next videos and in the class as well. Okay, so thanks for today.